just a quick slides, then we straight away jump into. So what we'll cover today is mastering ChatGPT. When I say ChatGPT, it is one of the greatest tools for AI, generative AI. It can do a lot more than just writing emails or replies. So we'll cover a bit of that. But before that, let's come to, oh, yeah, who am I? So I've been building tech startups for about the last 20 years. I have created apps, I have created websites, 2006, 2007, when there were only websites, no apps. All my apps put together have about 100 million downloads. That's a number that I'm very proud of. Then I started teaching people a lot about AI, and am now close to 500,000 followers on social. So that's one thing I'm that very, very proud of, because it's like a mission to me that I want to make sure that people understand AI in the simplest language possible. No need to use jargons, no need to get too technical about it. And that's exactly what we will do today also. Try and cover things in the simplest possible way so that we can actually see how to use it in our daily lives. That's what we'll try and cover. Okay, so yeah, another thing that I had to say was this is what I'm doing right now, but I've already covered that. Okay, so who is this workshop for? It's perfect if you have been using ChatGPT a little bit or other AI tools, but haven't gone deeper. And of course, the audience we all know. So it's for everybody related to apparel, related to garments, related to manufacturing. It's going to be amazing. Okay, what will we cover today? We'll try and cover custom instructions so that whatever you use ChatGPT for becomes absolutely relevant and highly personalized towards you. So we will cover that part. Then we'll cover something called projects. Projects are a way to organize your work without losing context within the ChatGPT framework. So we'll try and do that. Then we have, welcome, welcome. No, that's all right. So then we have tasks. Tasks are something that ChatGPT can do while the laptop is shut, you are not around. It can make things for you. It can, you can create stuff around it. So we'll discuss that as well. Then we have prompting, because prompting is the language that you use to communicate with any AI platform. So the better the prompt, the better the output. So that we'll do that. And in the end, we will also discuss how to generate images, because you have been telling me that generating images is a very solid use case. So we'll try and see how can we do that. We'll do that live over here. Okay, so let's just straight away jump into the live demo. I'll take a seat over here, and I hope the internet is with us. And let's get started. Okay, so we'll cover, whenever the screen is not visible, आप मेरे को बताइएगा. So we'll basically cover how to master ChatGPT, and don't worry, I'm going to share this guide so you can circulate it later. But I've tried to list down everything possible over here. Okay, so first things first, how many over here use ChatGPT? Oh, very nice. That's a fair number of hands going up. All right, and the others don't use it at all. Okay, okay. Okay, so let's just talk about customizing ChatGPT. So I'll open ChatGPT here and try and tell you what customizing basically means. So ChatGPT has been trained on a lot of data which is out there on the internet. So internet का जितना भी data है उसके ऊपर ChatGPT को train किया गया है. Therefore, whenever you ask it anything, it will respond to you because it has access to all of that data. But it has to respond to me differently than you, because we all are different people. We all have different jobs. We all have different personalities. So when you customize ChatGPT, then it is going to respond to what you do. So a chef is different from a marketer. A marketer is different from an accounts guy. He's different from an HR person. He's different from a manufacturer or retail. So the more you customize ChatGPT, the better it gets. But how do you do that? You do that with a couple of things. There are some settings that you go and do. So the first thing that you try and do is you have to ask ChatGPT, or you have to tell ChatGPT something about yourself. Only when it knows things about you and you tell it how to respond to your queries, that is the only way it can understand you and get relevant responses. So this is, I've tried to make sure that all these prompts are as close to the audience as possible. So if you see over here, I'm saying, let's say we want ChatGPT to know this about us. So example is that I run a garment factory with 80 machines in Tirupur. We were talking about that only. And we supply denim and cotton wear to 200 retailers across India on point. And my goals are to, let's say, cut costs, get more orders, and manage retailers better. So this is something you can say. So the moment ChatGPT knows this about you, then it is going to fine tune its responses towards this, and they'll be highly relevant then. And how would you want it to respond? So first thing is कि हमने बताया कि हम कौन हैं. Second is हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि आपको कैसे respond करना है. So let's say it is like कि reply like a trusted business consultant. Be short, practical, and give Hindi English mixed examples because it depends on who do we want to reach out to. And feel free to tweak it a little. Okay. इन द सेंस दैट जैसे मैंने हिंदी इंग्लिश लिखा है, आप हिंदी मराठी भी लिख सकते हैं, इंग्लिश मराठी लिख सकते हैं. जैसे मैंने ऊपर 80 मशीन्स लिखा है यहाँ पर, आप उसको चेंज कर सकते हैं. सो ट्राई एंड मेक इट एज क्लोज एज पॉसिबल टू यू so that it knows exactly who you are. Now, how do you do this? You go to ChatGPT, and for demo purpose, I have opened up a free account. This is an absolutely free account. You don't have to pay for it also. You go to your name, and there's this tab called personalization. You go over here and you add it here. So these are custom instructions, जो कि हमने अभी देखे हैं. These ones, that how would you like it to respond? And about you, like I put my name, you put your name, you put one line occupation about you, and then this is more about you. So we had seen that already over here. What is it that ChatGPT would like to know? So I am a garment factory with 80 machines in Tirupur. You kind of paste it over here. I suggest the rest of the things don't change much because it is not going to impact you more. Over here, where it says ChatGPT personality, keep it to default only because it can, so it is already controlling how other things can be. So it can be robotic, it can be a listener, it can be impossible over here. Okay, so first things first, how many over here use ChatGPT? Oh, very nice. That's the fair number of hands going up. All right. And the others don't use it at all? Okay, okay. Okay, so let's just talk about customizing ChatGPT. So I'll open ChatGPT here and try and tell you what customizing basically means. So ChatGPT has been trained on a lot of data which is out there on the internet. तो इंटरनेट का जितना भी डेटा है उसके ऊपर ChatGPT को ट्रेन किया गया है. Therefore, whenever you ask it anything, it will respond to you because it has access to all of that data. But it has to respond to me differently than you, because we all are different people. We all have different jobs. We all have different personalities. So when you customize ChatGPT, then it is going to respond to what you do. So a chef is different from a marketer. A marketer is different from an accounts guy. He's different from an HR person. He's different from a manufacturer or retail. So the more you customize ChatGPT, the better it gets. But how do you do that? You do that with a couple of things. There are some settings that you go and do. So the first thing that you try and do is you have to ask ChatGPT or you have to tell ChatGPT something about yourself. Only when it knows things about you and you tell it how to respond to your queries, that is the only way it can understand you and get relevant responses. So this is, I've tried to make sure that all these prompts are as close to the audience as possible. So if you see over here, I'm saying, let's say we want ChatGPT to know this about us. So example is that I run a garment factory with 80 machines in Tirupur. We were talking about that only. And we supply denim and cotton wear to 200 retailers across India on point. And my goals are to, let's say, cut costs, get more orders, and manage retailers better. So this is something you can say. So the moment ChatGPT knows this about you, then it is going to fine tune its responses towards this, and they'll be highly relevant then. And how would you want it to respond? So first thing is कि हमने बताया कि हम कौन हैं. Second is हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि आपको कैसे respond करना है. So let's say it is like कि reply like a trusted business consultant. Be short, practical, and give Hindi English mixed examples because it depends on who do we want to reach out to. And feel free to tweak it a little, okay? In the sense that जैसे मैंने हिंदी इंग्लिश लिखा है, आप हिंदी मराठी भी लिख सकते हैं, इंग्लिश मराठी लिख सकते हैं. जैसे मैंने ऊपर 80 मशीन्स लिखा है यहाँ पर, आप उसको चेंज कर सकते हैं. So try and make it as close as possible to you. so that it knows exactly who you are. Now, how do you do this? You go to ChatGPT, and for demo purpose, I have opened up a free account. This is an absolutely free account. You don't have to pay for it also. You go to your name, and there's this tab called personalization. You go over here and you add it here. So these are custom instructions, जो कि हमने अभी देखे हैं. These ones, that how would you like it to respond, and about you, like I put my name, you put your name, you put one line occupation about you, and then this is more about you. So we had seen that already over here. What is it that ChatGPT would like to know? So I am a garment factory with 80 machines in Tirupur. You kind of paste it over here. I suggest the rest of the things don't change much because it is not going to impact you more. Over here, where it says ChatGPT personality, keep it to default only because it can, so it is already controlling how other things can be. So it can be robotic, it can be a listener, it can be a nerd, it can be cynic. So we don't do that, we leave it to default. So the moment you do this, ChatGPT now knows exactly who you are and will try and fine tune all its responses for what you should be getting. And it will be different for all of us. The moment you do this, the responses will be very unique. So I would like you to try this also whenever you're doing this. Before you do this, put a simple prompt and see what the response is. And after you have changed it, and then compare it with and see how the difference is. That will tell you exactly the power of this. Okay. I have covered all of this. I've given more examples over here. This is the exercise that I've created over here so that when we circulate this, you can also see what is it that you can try and do with it. All right. Now let's come to projects. Projects are, think of projects as, so whoever uses ChatGPT over here, you must have noticed that if you want to ask ChatGPT to write an email for a specific, let's say, client or a vendor, and if you have to do it again after a few days, you have to give the entire context again. That hey, I had sent this, तो उनका ये जवाब आया था, फिर हमने ये बोला था, फिर उनका ये आया. So what you can do that, what you can do there is that create projects. Now projects are great because projects allow you to create like a subset of what you want it to do. So I usually use it for, let's say, my workshops. I would try and use it for my clients. I would try and use it for my products also. So that everything is now bucketed in that. And the way it works is that we'll try and create also. ChatGPT will remember everything. You don't have to create the context again and again. So let's do a live project creation. So let's say we call a project retailer WhatsApp management, and we go here. And there is an option called create new project. You tap there, you enter the name, and you just create a project. Okay, so there's something wrong with ChatGPT, it's not happening now. It is. Let's try one more time. Okay, some issue over here. The net is working, so sometimes ChatGPT goes down slightly. I will see if I have some. Oh. No. So you have to go to chatgpt.com. So everything in ChatGPT is here only. So sometimes some things work, sometimes some things don't work. This is the classic case where you're trying to present and things go off, like what happened with our projector. No. So by default it has changed everything. So पहले ये होता था कि आपको select करने के लिए option देता था. By default now it has understood that it also has to simplify things. So by default it will be ChatGPT 5 only enabled. So you don't have to do anything over here. Over here you straight away go and choose the project and do it. Let me just refresh this. Maybe it works again. You can create any number of projects. Oh yeah. Okay, some error over there. Don't know what's happening. So I'll tell you how these work. What you can try and do is create a project. Now I'll just walk you through the document. So let's say we give this project. So you give a project a name. Think of it like a folder like we create on our laptop. And then you give it a custom instruction. Ki what is this project for? वहाँ पर आप files upload कर सकते हैं. If you have your vendor related files, whether it is payments, whether it is designs, whether it is a presentation that has been sent to them, whether it is an offer that has been made to them. You can upload all the files over there and then also add some custom instructions there. So custom instructions means ki how should ChatGPT react within that project. So let's say over here we are trying to create a retailer WhatsApp management का project, and we say that वो आपका हाथ लग रहा है हाँ yeah. So that's fine. So we say that you are my WhatsApp assistant. You will help me write catalog messages, payment reminders, and retailer updates in professional, let's say English. Keep them short and polite. Now, this is again an example. You can tweak it to the way you want. I so wish that projects were working. This would have been amazing to see. But I'll see if I can record it and send it later also. So, yeah, there's something wrong with. It's not been working. I think I was trying an hour ago also. So now working there also. Okay, so these are the steps that you can follow to create a project. Now, the thing that you must understand about it is that everything that is a big problem or which is repetitive in nature, try and create a project for that. Whether it is for catalog, for accounts, for retailers, for clients, you can create them and it will help you save a lot of time because the context is already there. So that's projects. Now, setting up tasks. This is also very interesting. Task basically means that anything that you want ChatGPT to do repeatedly, that it can, even when the system is off and you are not logged into it. So that's a great thing to do. Now the use cases could be, let's say, if you want to do a catalog follow-up. For example, if you say that every Monday, draft a WhatsApp message and send it to all the retailers, reminding them of this week's best 3 top sellers, for example. So it can do that also. Then payment reminders. Let's say first of every month, generate a polite reminder, payment reminder, where invoices are overdue. That's a big problem. I believe so, right? That always is. So it can create that also. It can also create an order summary. And again, we have to create a project for this, so we'll have to skip this one also now. So you create a project. In project, you write, you are my account assistant. You will prepare polite reminders and update payment follow-ups for 200 plus retailers. I've just given the number, but you can tweak it, and then you can set up this prompt. So this prompt, how will this work is, let's say you have an Excel sheet, and in that Excel sheet, you have the name of the vendor, you have contact name, uh, when was it due? How overdue is it? Is it 2 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days? And what is the amount? So if you have all that data in an Excel, if you just Excel over here only, like let's say, so you can upload files here, right? So you upload your Excel over here and then use this prompt after creating the project. It is going to create, asking it to do is, please set up an automated task every Friday at 10 a.m. Task is that from uploaded Google Sheet of, so data, whatever data we put and we upload, list overdue payments which are greater than 30 days and generate messages for each retailer. And how do we want this? We want it in a table format. So we say that the output format is table plus ready to send WhatsApp messages. So you will ultimately get a table on every Friday at 10 a.m. which will basically have the name and a customized message. We upload it here. So is this plus icon you see? So you tap that and you add photos and files. So that's an Excel file, you upload that. No, here it can't. You'll have to. That's right. It will do that as well. Oh, all right. Better now? It is just going to look weird, but all right. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, you will have to upload it from here. You can also give access, if you use Google Drive, you can also give ChatGPT access to your Google Drive. Then it can fetch it on its own. But that's a longer process. This would be a simpler one for today. Okay. So this is how it will work. Fourth thing, very quickly, what I wanted to share was writing effective prompts. So how do you write effective prompts? Simple framework, which is called R Gold. How many of you think that writing prompts is a big issue, or writing prompts or changing the prompts helps get the output to be better? How many of you have tried various prompts? Do you save prompts that people share? Do you do you have prompts written down somewhere that you use, or whenever it comes to that, type karna hai? Oh, lovely. So what do you ask? हाँ. Okay, great. Yeah, that's one good way of doing that. That instead of guessing the prompt, you. Yes, good idea. But generally, what you do when you are trying to ask ChatGPT anything or any prompt, try and follow this framework. This helps big time. And this will also help you understand how ChatGPT thinks. So number one is that, so imagine that it has all the data which is out there on the internet. It has scraped all the websites. It has all the PDFs, all the texts, all the research papers. Whatever is out there on the internet, it knows. So, but how do you get the right answers that you want? So, the trick to that is to write the right kind of prompt. So, one thing that is most important is the first one. R stands for role. You need to give ChatGPT a role. So, in this case, you can say consider act like my factory consultant, or act like my sales manager, act like my accounts manager. So whatever the role is, depending on what the task is, please give that role so that it will automatically fine tune its response and it will act like that person. So that's very important. Second thing is goal. Goal basically means what do you want it to do? Are we asking it to create emails? Are we asking it to create payment reminders that have to go on WhatsApp? Are we asking it to create some prompts, like you said, or productivity hacks? What is it? So G stands for goal. O stands for output, which basically means what do we want. So in the last example, we said the output we want is a table in which we want the name of the vendor and we want the message that we can send because the payments are overdue. So that's the output. Then you also write down limits so that ChatGPT is not hallucinating. It so limits put it back on track. So when it wants to hallucinate, it won't let it hallucinate, right? So it can be again, like we said, that give it to us in English only. So don't use any other language. Give it to us in bullet points, or give it to us in 3 lines. Or for example, when drafting, we can also say that give me 100-word email, or not more than 200 words, or if you're writing an article, not more than 500 words, like that. So those are limits. D are details. More details, the better it is. So in this case, whether it is factory size that we saw, product, or the SKUs, or retailer profile, whatever information we can give, it will help ChatGPT understand. So when you follow this, R goal framework, which is role plus goal plus output, limits and details. Now this gives ChatGPT or the prompt complete context, and once it has that entire context, it will operate on its best behavior to be able to give you the right kind of output. Now, some examples over here are, let's say, summarize today's production sheet into 3 main issues. Instead of just asking to summarize, we are trying to limit it by saying that summarize today's production sheet into 3 main issues plus next steps for tomorrow's meeting. Output is required in bullet points only, so that it doesn't write long paragraphs and you have to tweak them. Let's say catalog sharing. Draft a WhatsApp message for retailers announcing my new kurti collection. Include MOQ 60 pieces per style, dispatch 10 days, and X amount of advance, right? So then you are giving it all the possible details so that it will give you the right kind of response back. And again, if it's a payment reminder, write a polite English WhatsApp message reminding the retailer's name can come over there. So it will leave that blank so that you can fill it up once the response comes out. And invoice number and amount and due date and keep it under 2 lines. So that's the best way. If you have to type and if you have to get started on getting the right kind of output using the right kind of prompts. So I'll share this document also. So what we've learned over here is that prompting any AI tool for that matter. I'm taking over here ChatGPT because 90% people use that only. So it is basically like prompting or instructing your team member. So the better instructions you give, the clearer you are, the output is better. So that's the power of prompting. Now that we've covered these 3-4 things, I have some actual prompts that we can try and use. And this is, for example, that this happens with me a lot. If it happens with you, then I think it will kind of match. So I take a lot of notes, and then those notes are, and I'm sure you guys must be taking when you're doing meetings, a lot of notes, and then those notes you have to sit down and then kind of organize it into an email or an MOM or to be sent out, right? So let's see if ChatGPT can fix that part, right? So you use this prompt where you say that you are my operations assistant for a government unit. From the raw notes below, create a task table with columns, and you can just copy and save this somewhere so that whenever you want to use it, you can paste it, right? And create a task table with columns, task owner, who is the owner, due date, priority, status, and then produce a 1 paragraph summary of this week's priority. Now imagine these are my notes, right? Can we see these? Yeah. So my notes are that Flipkart purchase order 774 is delayed, courier pickup pending, call Ramesh. Random, very random things, right? But very true. This happens every day. And dispatch 120 denim SKUs to Jaipur, retailer Sharma Jeans by Thursday. So these are notes that we keep writing, correct? Now, अगर आपने ये लिखा भी है तो आप इसका अगर वॉइस नोट बना के भी अपलोड करोगे तो भी चल जाएगा बट फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ दिस डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन आई एम यूजिंग दिस सो लेट्स से दीज आर योर नोट्स एंड these are your this is your prompt. All you do is just copy this and you paste it in ChatGPT. So same, this is the prompt that we copied and these are the raw notes. Let's see what it does. So हमने बोला है कि you are my operations assistant for a government unit. Make a table, a task table with all these things. So here you go. So it has made that complete task table and it has listed it also. ये task है, owner कौन है, due date कब है, priority क्या है, status क्या है. So very neatly done within 2 seconds. All the rough notes are converted into a structured table which is organized and immediately actionable. So yeah, that's the power of AI if used in the right way. And we also asked in the end that summarize that what are the priorities for this week. So it has given us this also. Make sense so far? All right. Let's go to. No, status not started, started process blocked. It is here only, couple of them. Yeah.
He's saying high, low, how it has. So that's
like something that is blocked.
Uh-huh. This is dummy data. So when you put your exact data, it will give you based on what you've inputted. So maybe the dummy that I created.
Prompt has to be a little more.
No, no, prompt is fine. Yes, you can obviously tweak it also. Let's say आपके पास 4 चीजें और हैं. You keep adding that so that the columns can become more, the rows can become more. Yeah, but this is the gist of it, that how you can start using that. Okay, now let's say that write a professional weekly update email from the owner to the team. So this is all of these prompts are following the R-Gold framework that we had shared before. So write a professional weekly update email from the owner to the team. Tone, concise, calm, action oriented. Include a bulleted this week's top 5 and then do this. So we can run this one also. The other one is that I'll paste a voice note transcript. Like I said, if you don't have it in text or if you think notepad पे लिखा हुआ है, उसको टाइप करने में भी टाइम लगेगा, तो यू कैन जस्ट रीड इट आउट एज अ, you'll read that also, and it will start working on that also. Or you can take a picture of that and upload that also. So it will read that also. As long as the handwriting is clear, it will be able to read. So you can do that. So the good part over here is that if you use ChatGPT for clean tasks in weekly emails, it can save you a lot of time. The whole idea of using AI at work is to become more productive, become more efficient, and do more in less time. So these are the things that if you try and do, it can work really well. Now let's come to the most important part where everybody has been thinking, which is basically AI for cataloging and model shoots. How can we do that? How do we use images? How do we put images on certain models? And if that works, how? And how can we do this? So let's jump into that straight away. Okay, so first things first, there are a couple of ways in which you can do that. So we are talking about over here that how do we, if we have image of an article or a garment, now we want a photo shoot of that in which a model is actually wearing that. And if that model is wearing it, is it looking exactly the same as the outfit of our picture that we had uploaded or not? Let's see how we can do that. So, couple of ways. One way to do that is if I have the photo of an article, let's just go here and let's see if I have. You had sent me some. Yeah, yeah. So I'll see. I think आपने ये भेजा था. Yeah, this one. Okay. So let's try the most simplest prompt. The simplest prompt in English will be what? That put this dress on a. Correct. So let's do that. So let's write a confident Indian looking so that it doesn't take any other region. Indian. Let's see what it does. I'll copy this and we will try also. We will also try it on Gemini. Okay. So I'll upload the file here also. And let's see what happens. Okay, this will take a bit of time. Usually Gemini is faster. Yeah, all right, here you go. So this is the dress, you can see, and here you go. It's done that. Yeah, yeah, whatever you want. So this is the simplest way of doing it. Gemini generates it pretty fast. It's the exact same dress and something that can take so much of time, coordinating with models, doing other things. And the beauty is that all these faces you can use. These are not faces of actual models, so there's no issue whatsoever. But I think wherever we are using AI generated content, we should put a disclaimer that this is AI generated content because that's the ethical responsibility that we all have. So this is one way of doing it, which is straight away go and say that put this dress on. Like in this case, we said a confident Indian female model. You can keep tweaking that also because, for example, if you have something which is more age based, then you can do that. If you have something which is more, so we have some brands which are large size based, so we can do that also. There are some brands which are for, let's say, which usually cater for pregnant women, so for maternity wear. So that prompt can be saying that try and be smart enough to tweak the prompt to whatever the clothing item is or whatever the garment is, so that the context is very clear and it will give you the same kind of output. So this is one, let's see what ChatGPT created. Oh, it's still making. This is a bit, ChatGPT's image generation is very slow, pretty slow. I'll give you one more. Uh, let's try and see how fast we can do this, okay? So this is a longer process, but this is a process where you can do it in batches also. Let's try and see how this works. So we will do the same thing, the same image, but we will put it on a different model. So what you need to do is, first of all, go to Google and search for, let's say, Indian female model wearing, what was this dress that she was wearing? I mean, what's the keyword? जो अभी वाला था वो क्या था? वो कुर्ती तो नहीं था, वो तो बहुत नीचे तक था. So, oh, KAFTAN. All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to images. And which one should I take? Okay, I'll take this one. This is recent image. Yeah. Okay. So I'll save image. Okay, so this was step one. I've written all the steps over here, so that it's very, very clear. We have to, so step number one is you go to Google and search for an image of a real person wearing it, whatever your article is. So in this case, it's a nightie, so we'll use that only. Because you can't use this image, this is a real person, we can't use anybody's face like that. So आपने ये download करना है सबसे पहले, and then you go to ChatGPT, and see, it has also made it. Not bad. It has taken its own time, but pretty decent. But I think a lot of people over here are Gemini fans. So they think Gemini, yeah, all right. Okay. Uh-huh. So let's go to a new chat. We upload this photo and we simply ask it that we'll copy this and we will ask ChatGPT, hey, here is the image and give me a prompt to generate the same image. So it is going to give us a prompt now. Here you go. So a confident Indian female, etc., etc. We've got it right over here. And then what we do is, point 3 we've already done, we've copied the prompt. Then there's a website called Ideogram. You go to Ideogram and you create the image of a model over there. So we open Ideogram and we just paste the prompt over here. This is Ideogram website. You have a search bar on top. Just paste it over there. And over here, try and keep the ratio the way you want, because we want a vertical image, a portrait kind. So we choose 916. And we have kept it realistic. We have kept the magic prompt on. So please make sure this is on. All of this is mentioned over there. And all we do is hit generate. So the steps are mentioned over here. We've done 3 steps so far. We went to Google, we downloaded an image. We went to ChatGPT and then said, hey, give me a prompt to generate this kind of an image. And then we copied the prompt, we went to Ideogram and we have created it over there. Now, what we are doing over here is creating our own AI model now based on the actual model which was there. So yeah, it takes some time, and the disclaimer over here is that if it doesn't work in one go, try and change it, because sometimes what happens is that if you've taken the picture from Google in which, let's say, the feet are not showing, so the lower part of the garment may not come out that accurate in the final image. Okay, so it has generated. So these are the models that it has generated. We can try and download any one of them. So let's say we download this one. So this is just the model that we have generated now. Now we'll make this model wear the clothes that we want them to, right? That's the whole goal. So we've created a model now, which is an AI generated model, जिनको हम use करके we can make sure that they can do all our cataloging, right? Okay. So now what you need to do is go to this app called Kling AI. So Kling is right here. And then if you go to images over here, and then there is an option which is called a virtual try-on generator. तो उन्होंने एक अपना एक feature ही बना दिया है, which is for this virtual try-on. What you do is you choose a virtual try-on over here and upload the image. Choose the upload option. और जो model का हमने image बनाया है, we'll try and upload that. This is the one. Yeah, so we upload that. Here you can also choose. अब now the two चीज करनी है. एक we have to upload the image of a model, and then we have to upload the image of the garment so that it can now merge the two. Now garments can be single or multiple. Multiple means what? Multiple means a top and jeans. Yeah, multiple means let's say a kurta and a pajama also, or a salwar also, like that. But in this case, since we have a single wala garment, we choose this single option only. Otherwise, we can choose multiple. So you can use top and bottom. So we use this, we upload, and this was the garment, right? Yeah.
This is free.
So all these tools will give you some free credits, but since image generation requires a lot of compute, so they will not be free. They will charge you something, but effectively the cost will be very little compared to what an actual shoot would be. हाँ, they'll have subscriptions, per month subscriptions. They'll give you actually credits. So आपका अगर बहुत ही heavy usage है, तो $8 का subscription होगा, $10 का subscription होगा. That is $800. But if your usage is too much, then you will eat up $800 probably in 10 days only. Then they'll ask you to buy more. But the cost is going to be very reasonable, like not more than 3 rupees, 4 rupees, 5 rupees per image generation of the quality that you want. So we've done that. Let's just hit generate, see what happens. So the steps are mentioned over here. This is exactly what I did on Kling. We chose the virtual try-on, we uploaded the images model, then the garment, and then we chose the two things, the model and the garment, and then let's see what happens. We can keep on. So this, since this is the last leg of the session that we were doing on, we can have Q&A together. So it's ready. Uh, pretty decent. Yeah.
So the quality of the images is maintainable?
Yeah, yeah, it's high quality.
You can upscale it now.
You can.
Upscale
Correct.
function.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, you can. You want me to do that? Okay, let's do that. So for that, the last step, you go to, there's this tool called Helio Video. So Helio AI basically. So you go there, you click on video. Okay. I think the tech is not with me today. It's also trying to verify if I'm a human. Oh God. Needs to review the security connection. Okay. All right. So you go to text to video, and do we want that? Acha, okay. Yeah, yeah, it can do anything. So that's basically, we use a tool called Hagen for that. And it can, whatever voice or whatever sound that you want it to video, it will be able to add. Okay, so we have to first download this image. I'm good. I'm just good with water. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is not our address, no? Where did we download it?
So that VIP is the subscription.
There'll be certain things that you will have to, yeah. I'm sorry, it's just taking a little longer. Okay, so video. Who had said video over here? Yeah. So the prompt is very clear. You go there, you click on video, click on image to video, upload the model's image. We've just done that, and then you use the prompt. I forgot to write the prompt only. Oops. Okay. It's very simple. What should we write over here?
A girl walking in the garden with a cup of coffee.
That'll be too much. It can only make this image work. Yeah. Oh, I think you are being very demanding. Yeah. So we'll just say that make this person walk, and that's it. Let's do it. Yeah, that's voice. We'll have to do that later. So yeah, this will just the video will take some time. Happy to take any questions that you may have. Anything around.
So there's this one issue that I face, and I'm late. I've done this a little bit before.
Sure.
So when I am uploading these pictures for the virtual try-on, a lot of times the changes or the garment look kind of deforms. There's a lot of issue that happens when we're virtually trying on a lot of products.
Uh-huh.
So say a t-shirt which has a print on it.
Uh,
Specifically the text side would just go haywire, or the print that is on the garment would kind of change. So that detailing of the garment maybe goes
So instead of a straight print,
which tools do you use for that?
so I am using Fashion AI for version.
Okay.
I have also tried King, and for video obviously I'm using Influencer. But then there are some changes that happen.
So, see, usually you are right in what you're saying. The level of accuracy that image generation and video generation that we have today is far better than what we had 3 months ago. We did not even have that. Having said that, there are some limitations still. Like I also gave that disclaimer that, and I've written it over here also, that if you don't get it right in one go, see this one. This. I'm saying that repeat the process in case results are not satisfactory, right? So it does happen. What we can try and do to make sure that the output is the best possible one is to curate the input. So when we are uploading the images, let's try and make sure that we follow the best practices, which is that it should be a high resolution image. If you're just clicking with your phone camera, the lighting is dim, or there are folds on the garment, then automatically it will guess that if I lift the fold, what will be there? Because when you're making a model wear it, then essentially it is crease free, right? Everything is there. So those are the limitations. So if we start thinking like how AI works or how AI thinks, then the output can be better.
Having said that, we all have limitations. Like you will also ask somebody to click a picture, वो हर बार सही नहीं खींचेंगे, तो कुछ तो गड़बड़ होगा. But I think with the right input, the exact correct input, the output 99% should be accurate, at least today with tools that we are seeing now. Yeah, but that may happen. So 1% chances, 2% chances that may happen. In that case, we don't have a choice but to repeat the process. Yeah. Uh, in the sense, like what would, like for example,
We are using 4 apps to make this.
not really. I was just trying to give you a demonstration for the right kind of output and the output that I have also followed. Like for example, if you only go to Kling AI, it can also generate a model for you. But since I wanted to create an Indian model, I wanted to show the process of how we can do it from start to end, going to Google, taking an actual picture. It was more of a demonstration to show the capability of what can be done. But it can do. Like Kling, if you go to, I'll show it to you here only. Kling is this one, right? Okay, is the video ready? I think it's ready. Let's see. Yeah. It's not bad at all. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Uh, because image was half tha. Correct. So those are the things. So ये भी अच्छा लग रहा है.
Overall, it looks nice.
At least if you look at, I'm sure you can find out things that are missing from the article or from the garment. But if you look at it from the digital point of view, what has been created, the animation that has been created, the video that has been created, person moving around the dress also. Now, for example, हो सकता है ड्रेस के पीछे कुछ प्रिंट हो, तो वो तो हमने एआई को बताया ही नहीं कि पीछे क्या है, तो वो तो हो सकता है कि गड़बड़ हो जाए, right? So even when we make sure that we do these animations, we will have to ensure that since we haven't given an image of the back, we should not make the model turn around completely, because then the buyer may feel कि पीछे तो ये था, but actually में नहीं है, right? So you can do that. There are tools like Kling does that. Even Ideogram does that. If you spend time, I can also figure out. I'm also going to do some of these sessions in detail. So if I do that, I'm happy to share the link. Eh,
Say for example, it's a 15 garment. Like what I saw here was one garment at a time. I have 15 garments, I have selected one model, I mean models as well. And I upload all my 15 files. जो मैंने mannequin पे या bust पे की थी. And
You
then
can do batch
I-
processing also.
batch processing.
You can do.
One go like I upload 15 photos at a time and then it processes.
You can. Correct.
That is also
Yes, yes, absolutely.
similar way that you showed.
Similar way. That's the whole point, because it is all automated. You don't have to. It's just you have to follow the steps. So AI is all about reducing time and reducing repetitive steps.
It's like I can upload 15 photos also at once.
They may have limitations of putting 5, 10, 15, 20 or 50, but it will be somewhere, because they also don't want, the compute cost is very high, so they also don't want some specific users trying to use up the entire bandwidth. So there will be some limitation for sure. That's why they all have credit systems. But if the question is batch processing, yes, can be done.
What about adding voice in the video? What do you suggest to use for that?
Best is 11 Labs. Sorry. I don't think right now would be possible, but you can use 11 Labs for that.
11 labs.
Yeah, 11 Labs is best for voice. So a lot of
PPT so that when we circulate it, in the PPT which you have made, can you just put in the name of the
I'll do that. Sure.
send it across to everybody?
Yeah, yeah.
If he has something, if he told that the some prints and everything goes very well. So is there any way that we click the photo and we take some video of the garment from nearby so that it get the accurate image?
Yeah. So the best is that you are right. You rightly said it. Click an accurate image, which basically means click a detailed image, which captures even the finer design of the garment. Once you do that, the output will have that.
We can put a video and he can make a photograph. Is that possible?
Uh,
As in if I have clicked the picture,
huh?
he generated one image which was not up to the mark.
Yeah, yeah.
So I put a video. As in I just took the video from near. If the garment is here, I can take the video from here only.
A photo would be better than a video.
I would upload that photo also in the video also. He can merge it or something like that. Or it won't be
So he's saying if he can add more things for a better precision output,
Yeah, I'm saying adding one more
but it will just take a little more longer.
adding one more mode to it may not add to accuracy. So better is so I'm saying you are trying to make a photo better by adding a video. I'm saying make the photo itself better. Yeah.
Are there any tools specifically for fashion? Suppose if I say I want to have a dress, an A-line dress or a long I have this checks, and then can I make it smaller, can I make it bigger, and then put it onto that particular image?
Uh,
What I'm talking about when I went to Aditya Birla Group, this thing, their center for fashion, their software was basically whatever they are doing with AI is that they have specifically 20 kind of specific fits. Okay. अगर तुमको top बना रहे short top, long top, tunic, whatever, they have certain shapes. And then when you scan any one particular checks or stripe or whatever, stripe can be made horizontal, vertical, or at a certain angle, big, small, and then when you click on that particular thing, then it fits that particular thing. Is there a tool like that?
There must be for sure. Honestly speaking, I am not aware of that because I'm not entrenched into domain specific. So fashion per se is not my domain, but I'm more on the technology side of it. So here we were talking about how to make media using. So it's all technology, but then the use case was this. Like fashion.ai should be having that if you've checked that out. That sounds more like exactly, it's more to do with designs, more to do with patterns, more to do with styles. So definitely there would be. I'm happy to check, and if I find some, I'll definitely let you know. Yeah.
It was very easy basically.
Uh,
Suppose if he is making nightwear,
Correct.
then he has got around say 10 shapes, or some mega sleeves, half sleeves,
Right.
or long sleeves, or some flare or whatever. So those 10 shapes are there already, and whatever swatches he is getting, he can scan that and put it there. Plus, if he wants to make that flower big, small, add checks to that in the background, everything was very easy at a click, and then
Super convenient. Yeah, that would be.
Blue polka dot dress.
Ah.
Maybe if we could replace with the floral image which I sent, so I don't have to do the whole process again. I just replace this with the floral.
So that's more about designing the outfit.
Draping, it's called draping actually. It's a draping technology. When you drape a design on a, so you created this image now. You created a style body. Now we want to keep on changing the designs in.
Okay.
We save this body, we create 20 bodies and we keep on changing the prints on that.
Okay.
Colors, the prints.
and they were able to, suppose if you have this small thing, if you want to make it bigger, you want to add stripes to that.
It's kind of a designing.
Got it.
So maybe you could, we will be connected surely for a lot of things. So anything related to fashion, if that is we are doing something on fashion or something, you could send us the link, so we could circulate it to all our members.
Certainly, I'll keep that in mind for sure.
That if I upload these type of pictures and tell it to make a garment wearing a male model, picture of the fabric,
And you, how do you describe the garment?
men's shirt, say for example.
Worth trying. It can. Yeah.
So same play.
Try it on ChatGPT only, like we did, na? We gave the picture of the garment, and then we said that put it on a confident.
Repetition is how they take the repeat of the design.
If anybody has any questions.
No, we
Specifically related to draping.
we did this, na? हमने ये
Whole garment,
हाँ, that's okay. So उसमें हमने बोला था put this dress because this is a dress.
my idea is cutting to chart by chart. Say for example, garment is huge. How it takes the repeat automatically.
What do you mean by repeat? Oh, it will, yeah, it will think. It will automatically. So, for example, here also. अब जैसे ये भी है. For example, this one. नहीं मेरे पास. हाँ. Sir.
Demand forecasting.
Demand forecasting. That is more of a research-based thing. Yes, depending on, can you give me more context, like demand for what? What do you want to forecast? Yeah.
What are the likely demand for those shirts in the next year?
All right. So I would suggest try and use Google Gemini for that because deep research is stronger with Google. And what you need to do is, like you would, like for example, let's say if you were to ask me to do that research, what would you say?
First we'll have to give you the data, what is selling,
Yeah.
then forecast on that.
No, you want the market focus, right? So market forecast is not dependent on your sales or your consumption. Market forecast is dependent on the research report which is out there in the market, which is also tapping the industry trends that are going. Try and use the same R Gold format, like I said. So R, the role over here you will be giving is that act like a research analyst for A, B, C, D company or division or industry, like you said. And then you want the output. What is the output that you want? You follow that framework, and if you put it on Gemini also, it will do a deep research. It will actually take a few minutes. It won't give you instant reply. It will go on the web. It will search all the sources. It will check for citations also, and it will give you a detailed report if it is out there. If this is some secret and nobody is doing it, then it won't. But if it's out there, it can follow trends. How many white shirts were sold, for example, if there was some research done, put on the internet research papers. Many white shirts were, let's say, sold in 24, 23, 22, 21. Is it an upward trend, downward trend, flatline trend? It will show you everything.
We
You
can
can.
use it for forecasting the colors which might sell, which I'm sure you.
Yeah. So does that usually happen? I mean, just wanted to know that.
There are
Do you?
agencies which predict what will sell,
But they'll not give it to
Okay.
public openly.
But they
Nahi,
are,
nahi, nahi.
So they would not
The
have put
basic
it
palette is available on their website.
WGSN.
WGSN has basic palette for the next season.
They had the color of the
we went
year
to
and
one
all.
manufacturer, one of the biggest online sellers, around 35,000 pieces per day.
Okay.
The kind of usage of AI, what he was talking about is how he is targeting the customer area-wise, that what that person has searched, what that person has, suppose they have searched a bandhani sari or whatever, a blue color bandhani sari or whatever. So that information was coming to him, customer-wise, and he was targeting his merchandise to that particular customer with that particular AI, number one. Number two, he said, I wanted to take interview. He had around 100 CVs. The AI took interviews and shortlisted 5 for him to take.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How is
That's-
that possible?
Why not? I mean, sorry, I shouldn't say why not, but yeah, it's very much possible. Yeah, yeah. No, 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 because I've done that, I've seen that, so it suddenly felt like, oh, I've done that. Why not? So it was that kind of a why not.
Because it filters quite a bit and when we have just filters 4 to 5 people to meet to it, it makes no sense meeting those 5 people rather than going and calling.
Yeah. So I'll just show you quickly, and we'll have to kind of close because. What was I showing you? I was showing you.
Probably you could just send the prompt for that and
Oh no, I'll just give you a quick demo only. So it's called Google AI Studio. Let's go to that. Yeah. So there's a feature over here. I'm just trying to give you the what you wanted to hear, right? So there's something called Stream. Yeah. On Stream, if I click on webcam, it will start my webcam. Okay. Can you see this? I cannot talk to this AI. Now I'm just giving you an example. So let's say if I say allow this time. Now I can actually talk to Gemini, and I can say, hey Gemini, can you do a mock interview with me? I am applying for the position of a marketing manager. I did not give the permission award. I'm having a bad tech day. Something went wrong. So in yeah.
yeah, and then you'll copy the same thing and then you'll put it as a prompt for people who are applying for the
No. I'm just giving you an example of capability of AI, right? So for example, in that case,
different use case because your the intelligence is where the AI is taking a mock interview.
no, I'm,
In his scenario, it's a different thing.
no, it's the same thing.
Filtering the CVs.
AI,
It is filtering the CVs and giving you the best 5 as per
By
your
taking
prompt.
interviews.
Nahi, nahi.
By taking interviews.
So interviews will be what Gemini is taking.
no, I was trying to answer only. Sorry to interrupt. But so AI is doing two things over there. It has all the resumes. It has your job description. So what it will do is try and map the two, and it will see, it will force rank all the CVs and see. It will give a score to each CV. Like let's say there are 100 CVs, and it will start giving a score. So let's say best score is 91. then 89, then 86.5, then 84.2, like that. It will start ranking. So the ones which are on top, let's say it will decide that if I have to hire 5, let me interview 50. Okay, so let's say it interviews 50 or it interviews top 20 out of them. Yeah, yeah. So interview is very simple. It's like you were asking me that can AI talk, can it speak? Yes, it can, and it can have a conversation. So that's what I was trying to show you, that Gemini can have a conversation with me. So it all those people will get a WhatsApp message saying that, hey, your virtual interview round is ready. Why don't you click on this and talk? So actually an AI will come in front of you and they will talk to you. And AI will then gauge also, not just your answers, but your confidence, your features, your body language, your confidence, so many things, right? And then it can create a report card for you and say that, okay, these are the people out of these 20 who, according to me, now have an interview score of this. You can also tell AI to assess them on certain things which are predetermined so that it can give you an actual report card. And the final 5 or final 10, then you finally meet and close.
This will happen on this point.
No, no. This is more of a, this will be different tool. So there are certain companies who have built these tools where people can use, and that's more of an enterprise level solution. It's not a consumer level solution. Yeah. I'll take this off. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah.
Thank you. Great
Thanks a
session.
lot.
I hope, see you soon again.
There was actually too much things can be done on AI, but I think 90 minutes we need a lot more time. We'll try to get Atulji back after maybe 2 or 3 months. And Atulji, for any things you think which we can use for fashion, so please keep in mind. क्योंकि हम लोगों को थोड़ा ये अभी gain हो गया है. A lot of industries are already moving towards AI and are using it very well.
I thought you would say if you want any shirts, any pants, any please, please let
That
us
is
know.
always available.
Yeah.
That